Hello everyone, and welcome to our game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Mega Noob Sniper, and he is in the Kagero. He's also in a ranked battle. Now it's a T8 ranked battle, and 3 destroyers per team, 3 battleships, and 1 cruiser. Also there is no radar, and well, the friendlies have a hydro destroyer, which should be a nice advantage. Now he is using his reload booster here instead of smoke. I think smoke would be a better choice, because it makes it a lot safer to try to grab those caps. You still have to beware of radar and hydro and such, but smoke can be a very valuable tool. Anyway, now there is a friendly Benson who in the start of the match decided to go towards the left and try to flank enemy team for whatever reason. I do not know. Meanwhile, our Kagero here and the Loyang, they grabbed A, and now they are on the way towards point C. The friendly brawling German battleships are already on the way towards the north. Make sure that they never end up in a brawl. And, well, let's see what the friendly destroyers will find here. Now there is a Kiev who bravely charges into the cap, but the Loyang has activated his smoke. He's probably using his hydro here as well. And this Kiev is in a lot of trouble. Now our Kagero here, he is just joining his companion in the smoke. And Mega Noob Sniper helped take out 1 enemy destroyer. Now this Kiev was pretty much done for. He should have tried to get away from here, but for some reason he just kept sailing in a straight line and let himself gun down. Not sure if the Kiev would have made it away, but if you're in a situation like this, right, you basically have to turn away and probably activate your speed boost, try to engage in some dodging. Anyway, there is an Akizuki who might still be coming this way. Now the Loyang is out of smoke and hydro for now. Those consumables need some time to recharge, which gives the Akizuki, I guess, some fighting chance. Now the friendly ships here are not in the mood to be very aggressive, except for the Benson. And the Benson just really thinks he is, I don't know, a torpedo destroyer that's meant to torpedo behind the enemy lines. I'm not sure what the Benson expects to do down there other than sink, but I guess we will find out. Now here is the Akizuki approaching. It's already taken a little bit of damage. And I mean, it's a 2 versus 1 battle, but the Akizuki is a very powerful gunboat, and without the advantage of hydro and smoke, well, let's just see how this goes. And there he is, friendly destroyers were prepared and they are opening up. Now the Loyang is running for an island, which is pretty good against the powerful guns of the Akizuki. It makes sense for him to get into the cover. Then again, the Akizuki is going into cover himself. Now meanwhile, there are some battleships approaching because the enemy team is actually quite happy to engage. Then again, the enemy team is already behind. They need to take out some ships. They also need some capture points, so it makes total sense that the enemy team would be pushing in here. Just not sure if the friendly battleships are in any mood to actually answer that push, but thankfully there is there's Mega Noob Sniper with his reload booster. He should be in a perfect position to torpedo some incoming battleships. Makes it so much easier to hit them if they are actually coming towards you. Now there is still 1 enemy destroyer missing in action. And why are the torpedoes coming from the friendly side? Oh! That's probably the Atago who decided to torpedo through here. Anyway, the Atago is actually backing up the Loyang, and the Loyang should have his hydro smoke combo ready again. So he should be in a very good spot to deal with the Akizuki, especially if the Atago backup should have this handled. Now reload booster is still ready, so he could press it now and probably try to take out this tier pits. Has to be careful that he isn't going too close to the tier pits. The RPF, I think it's pointing at the tier pits. Well, Yes, it was not the Torpedo, it was pointing at the Kagero. And this means he is now spotted in a pretty bad spot. This is also one of the situations where smoke would be really helpful. Then again, the torpedo reload booster allowed him to just get his torpedoes off in there. And thanks to the enemy destroyer smoking, he's actually escaping. If the enemy destroyer hadn't smoked, I think a noob sniper would probably be just going down here. Because there were quite a few enemies shooting him, and oh my god, the Kagero just sat still in smoke, it looks like. And he also got the tier pits. So yeah, I guess this was a very successful use of the reload booster. Now this leaves 2 enemy battleships here. One of them has already decided that this is not a place to be and is retreating. The Aetam over there, I think he probably took out the Benson. Nobody's surprised that the Benson with his whole flanking maneuver didn't accomplish an awful lot other than get sunk. So anyway, we know the Aetam is... well, we don't know where the Aetam currently is. The smoke might also be blocking the Aetam's approach. But we know where the 2 battleships are. Torpedoes are almost reloaded, and he is getting dangerously close to this Richelieu. This Richelieu is coming his way. He could get spotted here, and this is not... ideally you wanna launch your torpedoes without getting spotted. For one, it does give away very exactly you are, so the battleship has to guess where the torpedoes are coming from exactly. And obviously you aren't getting shot if you aren't spotted. So he ventured a little bit too close, like 100 meters or so. He immediately drops into concealment again, but at least the secondary is opened up, and this Richelieu now exactly knows where the torps are coming from. Meanwhile, the Aetam has been found. And will he get a torp hit here? There's one. And the enemy is flooding. Now, looks like this damage is still accumulating, so this Richelieu doesn't have damage con ready. But there is an Aetam coming this way, and honestly, Mega Noob Sniper should have just retreated back to safety. But instead, he decided that he has already done so much for his team, he might just go out with a bang. And he's charging that Aetam. I mean, this battle is almost won already, so he is having a little bit of fun. And is going for ramming speed. Meanwhile, he also sunk the Richelieu. And he does quite a considerable amount of damage to the Aetam. Obviously, the Aetam survived here, but this battle is won. Now what's happening over there? The Aetam dropped in concealment again, but this Bismarck is charging a destroyer, and what happens if you charge a destroyer? Well, most likely you get torpedoed. And here we are with the results. Mega Noob Sniper earned himself 2426 base experience. Nicely done by him. Now he could have played this a lot safer, and he took quite a few risks there, but it was a fun battle to watch, in my opinion. He earned himself 2 devastating strikes, double strike, first blood and high caliber. He scored 118,000 points of damage. Yeah, this was a short one and a fun one. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I'll see you guys next time.